Today's going well. I just locked myself into the spare room. I got out, but it was touch and go for a while. So, you might notice the surroundings look a bit different today. My last note to self was filmed in a lovely studio run by my friend, professional lights, proper setup, gorgeous background with the brocade and everything. We're going a bit lo-fi and retro today because obviously COVID-19 decided to visit us all here in the UK. So we're going lo-fi. Hopefully this will be fine because I'm using natural light. Hopefully stay consistent. So far it's a sunny day. Episode 2. Note to self, I'm a Fuddy Duddy. Here's a little story on how I discovered this trait in myself, that I'm no longer cool and hip and with it, if I ever was. This happened at least 3, maybe 4 years ago. I was with my last agent and I was all of these start with me browsing on the internet. But anyway, I was browsing on the internet and I found an open mic night for new writing. As you know, a lot of the content here on my channel is written by me, the script is stuff as well, and they were looking for content and performers. So I sent in a monologue I'd written, quite a political monologue about being an immigrant in modern day UK. I sent it in, it was chosen, fantastic. I was still quite new to writing at that point, so that was a much needed ego boost. So I was chosen, and then I also told them I'm also a performer, I'd like to perform this piece as well. So I booked myself a slot to perform that night, and everything seemed legit. They had a gorgeous website, whoever ran their website, social media was on it. You had stylish, cool posters. It was a new theatre. I didn't mind that. I was imagining, these little box theatres in London, black box theatres where you just get a small stage above a pub with a chair and an intimate audience. And my monologue would really suit that environment. So, on the day of, you arrive early, you do a bit of a rehearsal, you do basically a tech run. So everyone has their piece, you know who's before you, who's after you. So the day of the showcase, new writing showcase, comes around. And I'm sent an email, arrive here at this time. You arrive early in the morning, so you can have a bit of a tech run, a dress rehearsal for that evening. And it was an industry showcase, so they would invite agents and casting directors to it. And I was really excited, which seems to be an indicator to me that something might go wrong. Anyway, I get this address for this theatre, and it's called like blah theatre, but it sounds legit. It sounds like a proper theatre. And I make my way across London, as always. Across London, somewhere deep in the East London. But if you know London, London is huge. You're not gonna know all the indie theatres. I wasn't worried. There's a lot of repurposed warehouses that gets used as theatres and art spaces. I thought that's what I'm expecting. So I arrived and I'm in an industrial estate, and again, I've even performed in an industrial estate that was turned into a theatre. It was great. So I wind around a corner and I see this hand-painted rickety sign that says the theatre name, and I go, oh, okay. And there's this sort of like corrugated metal fence, and I'm like, okay, it'll be around that. So I go around it and I go in, and it's a very odd place. There's like fake lawn, astroturf with lawn chairs. And I'm like, okay, this is a bit weird, but arty, okay. And then I round in, and there's this warehouse that, well, the theatre was a squat. I'm probably being quite kind at calling a squat. It is a cracked in. I find myself with like group of 20, 30, maybe even 40 people in this very weird warehouse where the people who actually live in this theatre, are eating their breakfast in their pants. And there's cigarette butts everywhere. Beer bottles absolutely everywhere. It absolutely stinks. The irony of doing this in the current climate doesn't escape me. Honestly, I was quite gutted. So once this massive group of performers had arrived, and fair dues to them, they'd gotten a lot of people involved. They'd totally overbooked. There was at least 20, 30 performers for slots for maybe 8 people. They divided us into groups, gave us our running order within the groups, and I was in the latter group after the interval, so to speak. We had a tech rehearsal, standing on the AstroTurf, doing your piece to a 12-year-old rehearsal, but we did. All the while me thinking, can I just run? Can I just cancel on my agent? Will that make me look really bad? Can I say I've suddenly gotten ill? What's the right thing? What is the right thing to do in this situation? Because once again, I've managed to find myself in the most absurd situation. There's hundreds of open mic nights in London, and they usually are upstairs of a pub in a room. You know, quite civilized, arty people who chat, have a drink afterwards. I am a Fuddy Duddy. I want to perform in tiny black box theatres in central London where they have those little binoculars no one uses and the drink prices make you wince. And then you go into the theatre bar and have a conversation about, you know, the expressionism in Pinter. Oh, hello, darling. Shall we go see Pinter at the National? That's me. That is me. That is the crew. I am in the fuddy-duddy, lovey theatre group. Not hip, young, with it, living on the edge. Artist. Not cutting edge at all. So the night rolls round, and for some reason, I've decided to hold on to this sinking ship. And my agent arrives, and they can barely get a ticket, even though I'd given them my agent's name well in advance. To their credit, there was a lot of people who wanted to see this show, so their marketing on point. Though I severely doubt their building followed any health and safety regulations. They'd completely overbooked. The night started at 7, and I was meant to go on at like 9:30 in the second act. It was 10:30 at least, closer to 11 before I went on. By that time, my agent had left because they had to drive back to Hertfordshire. So the first time my agent was meant to see me live, they didn't see me. They left beforehand. So at this point, I've made an amazing impression on my fairly new agent. Go me. I'd also invited some friends. And my friend, back in her day, was a big partier. And after me performing, she said, "You do realise that was a squat? I used to go to these squat parties all the time when I was 18, and I was like, yeah, I'm really sorry. Terribly sorry." So there it is. The story of how I ended up performing in a crack den. Note to self, I'm a fuddy duddy. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. Remember to stay safe in the current climate. Stay home if you can, and while you're there, you can watch some more of my videos. I've got some more story times and some comedy and some drama, so check those out. Hopefully see you soon. Over and out.